Okay, so composite shapes, if you want to find the area of this one, okay, so if you got stuck on this, oops, why did it do that? Let's go to blue. So the first thing that we want to do is see what shapes can we see here. All right, we have formulas for some basic shapes. And hopefully you can see that we've got a triangle right at the top, okay, followed by underneath we've got that rectangle. Now if you remember the formulas for these, fantastic. If you don't, I suggest you get your formula sheet out and we have a look, and we have, for an area of a triangle, we have base times height divided by 2, where we have to have the vertical height, okay? And for a rectangle, we know that one, that's length times width. At our diagram now, we can see that this 15 all the way along here is the same up here. So I always say put your information on, so it just makes life easier for you. So what we can now say is that that base is going to be 15. We can see that the vertical height is 4. Okay, all over 2 plus, now 11 times the length is 15 times the width is 7. So just pop that in, 15 times 7, and that now becomes all your calculator's job. So you just pop that in, and we must remember to put millimeters squared, and that's it. So if you have your formulas handy, this is going to be really easy. If you have to try and remember them all the time and you don't have it handy and you're organized, that's what makes it a little bit trickier. Okay, on to the next one. So wowza, you can see that here you might think, oh my goodness, there's 4 different shapes, but try and maybe pull back a bit and see, have we got it enough information to actually look at, I get to use my highlighter, to look at a rectangle here, okay, and then I hope you can recognize and remember what this shape up here is. I hope you're all cesium, so that would be perfect. The problem is, well, let's not imagine we have a problem yet. We've got our rectangle, and we know that the formula for that is length times width, plus, now I'm going to draw the same as they've got it here, our trapezium. We need those to be parallel, which they've said they are. And what we need is we need the 2 parallel lengths, and we need the vertical height. Okay, once we have them, we add the parallel lengths together, divide by 2, and then we times by the vertical height. So now we have to come back to our diagram and go, have we got all of that information? So if we look at the length of the rectangle, yep, it's 65. Have we got the width? Yes, it's 20. Now, go to the trapezium. Okay, we've got our A here, so I reckon, yep, that's okay. That's 27. The problem is, what about our B? Well, look at that. If that's 27 there, then that is 27 there, and we've got the 18, so 27 plus 18. That means my B is 45. Do I have my vertical height here? Well, just make your eyes go a little bit to the left, and we can see there that that is indeed 36. So once you have all of that information, it's just replace it into the formula. So it says A plus B. I know my A and B, 27 plus 45. If you didn't write these down, then you're trying to remember, oh yeah, what was A again? What was B? Write it down. Becomes really simple. What's your height? We've got the height over here. It's 36. Once again, all into the calculator, remembering to write centimeters squared, and we're good to go. Last one, and hopefully this gets you started, and you can finish off and do all the others. Again, we're looking at this shape. So what you need to be focused on is the bit that they're talking about here. Okay, so if we look at that, and that is a parallelogram. Okay, and we're going to take away the triangle this time. So instead of adding on area, we're going to take it off. Let's try a color change as well. So here we go. So this time, to find our area of the green bit, we're going to work out the area of a parallelogram, and we're going to take away the area of the triangle. Now, if you've forgotten, once again, the parallelogram formula, you've got all your little formula sheets, the booklet that I've given you. So what does it say you have to find? The base, and again, the vertical height. Okay, so we're going to write that here, base times height, minus, and by now, we dream about the formula of a triangle, base times height divided by 2. So what is the base of this? Right, that's 14. What is our vertical height? That's why it says it's 8. What about the base of my triangle? Well, we've got 14 again. And this time my vertical height is 5. So plug it into our calculator, into our formula. So 14 times 8, base times height. So 14 times 5 divided by 2. And away you go. Pop it into your calculator and you're off and running. All right. The only thing that might be coming ahead is when we've got questions that involve circles. So again, go and look at your formulas and remember that, oh, that's not a bad circle, that the formula for a whole circle is pi times the radius squared. If we wanted, or if we had half a circle, all right, radius from there, then our formula is going to be area equals pi times radius squared. To get half of something, we're going to divide by 2. And of course, if we have a shape that has a quarter of a circle, then its area is pi times radius squared, and we're going to divide by 4, because 1/4, 4. So go and have a look, see what you can do. Worst case scenario, if you can't get all of the questions, look for the hints that are on your math space.